Well, that was quick. That was a quick. That introduction went a little too quick. Let me play that again. I'm not happy with how that looks. Yeah, hi Alex. I know you're in the waiting room. Hang on. I guess that's about right. All right, let me start letting some people in. I see Tony Wallow has joined us. He's got the first comment. It'll show up on Twidget other than mine. And a real quick, Alex Cheek says, hi, Ken. Hey, Alex. I'm going to let you guys in right now. And Chris Garrett understands. And let me let Chris in as well. There we go. All's good. Hey, Chris.
Alex just keeps us in the waiting room, don't he?
Well, I already knew Alex was in the waiting room because we were talking as I was driving home, and he said, hey, I'm in the waiting room. Hi, Sean. There's Greg.
Hello again.
Josh says hi, everyone.
I got new news from Josh just now.
I bet I know what it is.
Take a guess.
Natasha?
No.
No, well then there's better news. Go ahead.
He's mad because they locked up his pot.
Huh?
He's pissed off because they locked up his soda and he can't have it till tomorrow because the person with the key is not there tonight.
I'm not understanding what they locked up. What did they lock up?
Soda.
Oh, it's soda. Well, you know, there's this neat little thing called water. And I've got to give some kudos to Greg Guy. My coffee tastes great after I run a whole bottle of vinegar through the coffee pot and 5 potfuls of water to rinse it out.
I would be mad too about that. What Josh is mad about.
Yeah, I could see where it would be upsetting. The question would be, why did they lock it up? That would be the question.
I tried to ask him that, and I tried to ask him that exact question, and he said, I don't know. And I said, did you ask? And he said, well, yeah, I did before, but I forgot. Something like that. Of course, he don't know why they locked it up. They just, the only reasonable explanation I can come up with is that he's drinking way too much of it.
It's hard to say. With the name like Josh Kinder Gaming Channel and Computers Channel, if he makes a comment, it's going to be really hard to put it on there. I just made a slight adjustment, and hopefully that'll work. So, we will see.
That name is a little bit too long because you can't tag him. Time you tag him, there'll be 200 characters.
Yeah, very true.
Doug, no offense to Doug, but his is long enough, really.
Okay, now I've lost my mouse again. Do I lose this down? Oh, it's over on screen number 3.
Now, Doug Betts live Windows training is a long.
Yeah, wait till I change mine. I got a new name change coming up. Just wait. You think these are long? Please, this is nothing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to change my name.
And when are you going home, Chris?
Tomorrow, and I'm glad.
I bet. What time's your appointment in the morning?
It's at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, man.
I'm ready to get out of this city. I don't like cities. Ready for some fresh air.
Yeah, I remember, this is kind of funny that we were talking earlier and I was like, I got to ask Greg when he comes back what it was I was going to do. Greg didn't remember. I didn't remember. So I'm out cutting the grass. And I literally...
Those city internet speeds are pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's one good thing.
Yeah.
And I think this public Wi-Fi in the motel is fine because when you are connected to Wi-Fi, it comes up in a web browser and you have to agree to a terms of service.
Yeah.
So I think they got
when I go to the hospital, That's the way it is at the hospital. That's how I know that I'm connecting to the right wireless.
Do you guys use VPNs when you go to hotels?
I do not.
I don't. I should, but I don't.
So anyway,
I used TeamViewer this morning to log on my desktop at home and did Windows Update.
and it didn't kick you out? It didn't tell you we suspect professional use here?
Nope.
You're lucky.
It did that to me. Whether I connected on Josh's computer, on Ken's computer, and it did it to Ken when he tried to connect my computer.
And Joshua's.
Yeah, I
And
know, but I heard about that. It suspects what?
Commercial use.
It's not commercial use. It's personal use.
It is.
Log it on my personal computer.
But they also suspect that you're being paid for it, and that they'd have a hard time proving that. Hi, Robert.
I had that same thing. I've had it happen before when I was working on the college computers. I would log into the server we had at like at least 3 or 4 times a week.
And I also tried AnyDesk, and I actually like TeamViewer better. It's a clearer picture.
Yeah, I like TeamViewer as well, but if they're going to take away the everything that there is. Before I forget, I want to give a shout out. I had a new subscriber date, and that was Andy Elkins. Thank you, Andy, for subscribing. I appreciate it. I'm now back to 139, I think. YouTube took a bunch of them away.
Somebody actually sits there and watches what people do.
What as far as TeamViewer goes, no. I'm sure it's AI.
Unless I'm missing something. The only thing I don't like about AnyDesk, at least the free version, and they say that this is a limitation, is the fact that there's no full screen option. You can't go full screen.
Yeah, that would be
But to AnyDesk credit, they say that is a limitation of the free version.
Josh is saying I have to get a new keyboard for my computer, so let's see how bad that's going to show up when I do Twidget, since it's a partial novel. Oh, that's not too bad. His name's a partial novel too, so that's part of the problem. So I'm probably going to end up doing this once or twice tonight. I'm going to share with everyone something that I've been working on, and I have the permission to use this. So give me just a second here.
Hey, Ken, what happened to the dad jokes every day?
That got vetoed. Everyone didn't seem to want to do it. And I still read them every day, but that was voted against. So, oh well, I'll think of something. So give me.
I wasn't here last night because I was working with a customer trying to pick out 15 computers worth of parts.
Jim says, vetoed as it should.
Were you working for a college or a school or something?
No, just a customer that's going to open up a lawyer firm, I guess, and he wants custom-built computers instead of just pre-built.
Basically design his whole office.
Yeah. It'll make me about $8,000 doing that.
Are you going to do? Are you just going to build the computers, or are you going to do? Are you going to?
Oh, I don't do networking. No, I told him he's gonna have to hire somebody else for that. I don't know how to do that.
See, I can. Other than running the cables, I can. It's the only thing I can't do when it comes to networking. I can do networking and build computers and.
Yeah, I don't understand networking. So I've got this set up. Everybody should be seeing the same thing now. Zoom should be seeing my Zoom plus the participant window plus the Twidget window. And I think the stream should be seeing that as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share it with you.
Zoom is blurry and YouTube is clear.
Yeah, that's makes sense. So I'm now going to replace all that with this. And when you guys talk to Robert, you should let him know. This was his coworker that they determined she had cancer back in March, and she passed away today. And he asked me to do this for him, and I was very honored that he asked me to do this. So this is one version of it that I did. And then the other version of it that I did is this one right here. So I don't know who just left Zoom, but somebody left. I kind of like the first version where she's in the middle, and hopefully they do too. He asked me earlier tonight, could I make the blue around the Dyersburg emergency black? But I said initially I probably could, but now in looking at it, if I make that blue bar black, you're not going to see the black bar because it'll be black on black. So I just wanted to share that with you. When you talk to him, you might want to let him know your condolences to him. And again, I was very honored to do this. So Robert, I thank you. And now I got to figure out how to get everything back.
Oh, I know who left. I think Greg left.
Yep. Well, yeah, I can look at it and see. Robert said she served 911 for 27 years. Wow. So first things first, let's turn off the OBS camera and put on the webcam. Second thing second, let's go find the normal stream. See, I'm getting better at this. This only took a couple minutes this time around. And we should be back to normal, except OBS has cut part of Chris off and part of me off. What in the world?
I don't have my idiots. Might be me.
No, it's clearly me. It's clearly OBS. I'm telling you, there's weird things going on with my. I was working on a project today on DaVinci Resolve, and every time I hit play, it kicked it out of DaVinci Resolve. Every time. It even stumped the professor.
Can you take it up farming?
Can I take it out for me?
You got a John Deere hat on.
I've had this hat since I lived in Vegas. My buddy Rusty gave this to me when we were digging up my front yard. He said I needed a hat, and that was the only one he had available, so I gladly took it and didn't wear it very often. But yeah, I've taken up farming. I planted 4 rose bushes and 2 coleus, and then I plan on getting some more on Saturday, I think. Yeah, Saturday.
That's not farming. I'm talking about peas and corn and all that kind of stuff.
So what size tractor do I have to get to convince you I'm a farmer, Chris?
A big John Deere tractor.
Well, maybe I wanted a farm all.
A what?
You've never heard of a farm all tractor? Really?
Farm all?
Farm all, FARM, and then
I probably have.
what about Chambliss and Chambers? And you're from the South? Hey, Gary.
What you doing?
Oh, just getting the show started here, so to speak. I did look up my golf video. Anybody want to take a wild guess?
48.
Oh, farm all used to be Case IH.
I think it's the other way around, isn't it? Isn't Case IH now farm all?
Maybe.
Well, I don't know. I haven't been in around that area for since '90.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's Case IH.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
For you people that actually bought tractors, you know what Case IH is.
No.
Case merged with International Harvester.
Oh yeah, International Hardware or Harvester. Yeah.
What was the other one? What was the other one you said?
It's either Chambers or Chambliss, and I can't remember.
It's probably a name too that's been changed.
Well, yeah. I mean, who remembers the old 9N Ford that came out?
I had one of those.
Those are cool little tractors.
Those are still good.
Yeah, they are. You can still get parts for them, as a matter of fact. But New Holland bought that division out.
Yeah.
Chambliss Ford tractor, yes.
And what did they have before? 89?
Yep. the 9N was their most popular one, and then it went to oh gosh, what was that one right after that? Like I used to work for a Ford dealership that dealt with tractor parts and Bobcat skid steers. I learned quite a bit.
Well, their alternators were car alternators.
So Robert is being thanked for keeping the bad man away from his house, from Joshua's house. There's got to be a story there that we will discuss later on.
I don't understand that.
I don't either, and that's why
Josh is thanking Robert for keeping people away from his house.
Huh?
So Josh is thanking Robert for keeping people away from his house.
Yeah, he says thank you, but he means thank you for keeping the bad man away from my house. And again, there's a story there, and we'll get into that later on tonight.
Did you see? I said he had a new keyboard.
He said he needs a new keyboard.
He needs a new keyboard. Supposedly his is.
No. Well, I have to get. You're right. I put the wrong word in there. I have to get a new keyboard.
Did anybody have an interruption a few minutes ago?
No.
All of a sudden, I assumed it was my PC. I know it was. I got a deep buzzing sound and an error message saying your device ran into a problem and needs to restart. That's the first and only time I've ever seen that or heard that buzzing sound.
Wow. No, in fact, I was showing the pictures I did for Robert, and then you left obviously because your computer
Like you
messed
got a
up.
voice ring.
No, it wasn't a blue screen.
Will the event viewer show what it might have been?
I'd have to look.
So everybody, we need to get a sponsorship for Ken for that ice cream day trade.
For
We
that
need to
what?
help everybody get a sponsorship.
Yeah, no. So
Now we need to get one for Alice too, because apparently Alice is drinking it too.
So everyone take a guess. I just am looking at the new updated numbers for the golfing video. Anyone?
I said 800 already.
Okay. You're sticking with 800?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else?
900.
So we got 800, 500. Chris,
I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
how many views my video from golf last Friday has?
You gotta tell us why.
Oh, I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why.
923.
Chris is okay. We got 800, 500, 923. Sean?
I'm not taking a guess, but I just looked it up. I just cheated. So.
You hold on, Sean. You just might have earned your first trip to the waiting room. So Gary is the closest. He's off by 38. Now the question is, which way is he off? Plus or minus?
Minus.
Correct. I have 762 as of right now. That is just mind-boggling. When I woke up this morning, I was like, boy, I'd like to hit 700 views on it. And I do. I did want to hit 700 views. And I really thought it would trickle down at 700 and that'd be about it. Tony Wallow says 750. He's off by 12. So I guess he would be closer than Gary was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just...
Are those like subscribers that see it, or is other people can you tell if it's just...
Actually, Sean, I thought you've been sitting there watching it over and over and over and over again, but I have no idea. I really don't
No,
know.
I haven't been watching it like that, no.
Greg and I earlier today, we were trying to find it by doing a YouTube search, and the only way we could find it was go to Ken Stout Live Golfing Part 5. Then we found it. But any other search for golf or Part 5 or any, it's crazy. I don't understand it. I can't explain it, and I really shouldn't complain about having this.
Hey, we're looking at the wild. Is Karen?
Sorry.
That's clearly not me.
Sounds like you.
I hope not. So, I don't know. I still think it has something to do with the premiere, although Greg disagrees with me. There's got to be something about that video.
It pulled up on my front page when I loaded YouTube.
So-
like a day or two after it premiered, it pulled up on my main YouTube screen.
Huh, I'll be right
It
back.
recommended it.
Bro, Alex is Josh gonna cuss him out for locking his stuff up.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Alex trying to work from home.
Would not surprise me. But he said he needed a keyboard. But the only problem with that is he would need to get one of those Visa gift cards. And put his money.
I have an
on those.
idea for later.
Oh, on one of them, and those have a $5 purchase fee. Because you can't buy one of those keyboards like that from Amazon. You have to buy it from the company that makes that software.
Why don't you just open up a PayPal cash account?
Because see, like me, you don't have a bank account.
You don't have to. PayPal is a bank.
Oh, no, PayPal is not a bank.
No, you have to have.
No.
Hey, Jim.
It's Synchrony Bank.
Try one of your bank accounts through there.
That name sounds familiar. Synchrony Bank, because that's my mom had to make an account through there because of her having a slate number.
Hey, Sean.
Alex.
Like that.
Alex.
More like that.
Oh yeah, but this one's a Bluebird by American Express, and then it's free to load money, and it's free to use, and there's no contract, no nothing, and it's just an American Express credit card, and that's what I use for Amazon and Netflix and everything. That's what I use, and it's free. You can get it at Walmart. Well, I mean, you gotta pay to get it at Walmart. If you go to Bluebird.com, you can get it for free. They'll send it to your address, and then you just go to Walmart, put the money on the card, and then go home and spend it. That's what I use.
So they send it to you for free. You don't have to spend any money for them to send it to you.
No, they'll send it to you for free.
How's your heel feeling, Jim?
I'm sorry?
How is your heel feeling?
We seem to have achieved some level of pain that's not going away.
So yesterday when I was in the waiting room waiting on the the PET scan, there was this lady and I guess my mother found out it was her brother. I guess she dropped him off he had a feet tube. I guess she dropped him off at the door and she went across the street to park in the parking garage. And he came on up, and when she got up there, she was telling him off for not waiting on her. She gave him, and he tried to say something. She said, "Shut up! Nobody don't want to hear what you got to say." That would.
You sure they weren't husband and wife?
It
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah.
It was
I think you're wrong, Chris.
Do what now?
I think you're wrong.
You think I'm wrong?
Yeah, you haven't went to the hospital with your wife.
That was his my
Could be a mother and son.
Yeah, it could be.
No,
So
he was
Sean,
an older man. He had a big tube.
so Sean, if I was going to get a sponsor, and this is going to be a lot like NASCAR, this would be this is who I would not mind having me sponsor me.
What does it say?
United States Army
Oh,
veteran.
okay.
Now that I would not turn down, and I would gladly give them 2 or 3 plugs a night, as well as the Marines, as well as the Navy, except I wouldn't mention Greg's name, as well as the Air Force, the Coast Guard. Did I leave anybody out? Air Force.
You see that?
No, I believe it's like this.
But
There's Rick.
It seems that I have worn the appropriate shirt.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's do this right. All right. That's good. I like that. So honestly, I just put a hat on because I took a shower after mowing the lawn, and my hair gets all goofy when I wash it. So There he is, the man of the hour, part 7. No sparks flew. Space Force. Oh, I left Space Force out. Thank you, Dr. Rob. So, Rick, ask the question we were talking about because Jim is here.
Yeah, it's all running, but those fan thing I gotta figure out. I don't know if I got to do it with the fans, smart fan speed or whatever. I tried that. I increased the case fan and the CPU fan for now a little bit, so it's keeping it a cool, crispy 40 degrees.
But everything works. Is it recognizing your hard drive now?
Yeah, I just had to switch it over to the other one. Then it rebooted and gave me a boot failure error for the hardware, so I loaded optimized default, rebooted again, and it worked that way.
Yeah, you got Windows 11 installed yet?
Yeah.
No?
It's coming tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. That'll be part 11, right?
Yeah, the next video will be me loading an operating system that everybody's gonna get mad about, but I don't care.
I'm not going to get mad. Are you putting 10 or 11 on it?
Man,
Okay. No, I don't think. I think maybe it might frustrate one individual here. I'm not going to mention his name, Gary, but everyone else is pretty cool.
I'm just sorry to be known for second best.
I think
It's like
everyone.
my Chevy. It's like my Chevy when you can't afford it.
That's true.
You gotta feel sorry for him.
He'll be all right.
Get him a minister and we say a little prayer or something.
Oh my gosh. It's not quite that bad yet. Although I did see from 2 different sources that Microsoft has killed Internet Explorer.
yeah, like I told you the other day when that guy announced it on that channel.
Yep, you were one of the sources.
But I said it's hard to get to it anyway. Yep. Well, no, let's start over. Internet Explorer is history now.
Yeah, they killed it.
All versions of it.
So now you have to use what? The Edge?
Edge.
Okay.
Or Firefox.
Scary, and I remember that. Wintermute's in the chat room. Hello to you, Wintermute. And somebody's joining us in the Zoom. Well, I just really wish Josh could be sitting here and hearing this amazing sound I get when someone joins the Zoom.
I don't think he's there.
He's not. He's in chat. He's watching the stream, I believe. But he got all upset last night because he got mad because we wouldn't let him in. Alex was the co-host. I'm the host. And I set it up to where when someone joins, it gives me a bell. Microsoft recommends you switch to Microsoft Edge. Okay.
Am I not wearing the shirt about the middle finger?
You are. You knew.
It's like Microsoft tracks you enough, but then they want you to use their browser that tracks you even more.
Actually, it doesn't track as much enterprise. Start over. Edge does not track as much as IE did. We checked that it worked. And who the hell are you that I care what you do on Tuesday? And I'm joking.
So Chris is sharing his screen, or yeah, Alex is sharing his screen. Hold on.
I just wanted to show you the message at the bottom of it.
Internet Explorer 11 retires on June 15. Okay. Well, that's good. So, but if it's all versions of the Explorer, right? It's not just Internet 11 or whatever it was. Didn't Gary say a while ago it's all versions?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, I can hear the sound in Zoom. Okay. Josh can hear the sound.
But I mean, right now it still works.
So, doggone it, I had plans for tomorrow. I was going to put XP back on one of my machines and use the Internet Explorer. Now I can't do that? Oh, my
Actually,
goodness.
though, most programmers, not great programmers, but have been programming for Edge and Chrome and Firefox. They have not been programming for Internet Explorer for the last few years.
What the hell came with XP? Was that Internet Explorer 6?
I think it was 5.
Was it 5?
5, and I went to 6.
I have no idea.
5 was 2000, I believe,
Okay.
in the Millennium.
Oh, that's, you know.
That's what everyone's in 2000.
Well, good luck running into any of that, because most websites will go, what the hell?
It will open up to the homepage. IE will open up the homepage, but it appears as soon as you try to go to another website, like Google, it will automatically open up in Microsoft Edge.
Actually, I don't mean to be the one saying everything, but you can change that. And I mean, it's just a pain in the butt to set it up.
Boy, this is worrisome. I don't know how I should take this. This is the cloth they gave us to clean our glasses with. And it says Veterans Crisis Line. Really? You're going to get upset because you're cleaning your glasses? Gee
Well, you
whiz.
got the veterans place, though. Veterans. You got the VA, right?
Right, yes.
I was going to ask, Ken, why did I get that to you? That's, you know.
Yeah, no, I didn't go to Dr. Tavel or whatever it is, or the Al
My
Dude.
glasses in place never even, but
Oh, I might be able to see now. I've got all them spots off there. Huh, there we go. Jose, what's up, homie?
Hey homies, what's up? I mean, sup? I guess that's the word that new kids are using, right? Sup?
Sup? You gonna try to teach us old folks a new language, are you? Sup? I was watching a stream early today, and there was some younger person, like maybe 30, and there was a couple people our age, maybe a little older. But the younger guy kept making reference to the older guy needed to be in a nursing home. And the older guy goes, meet me in person, I'll show you nursing home. Pretty funny. Wintermute said, Rick Lake says, good job on the build. I can't wait to see it up and running with an operating system on it. Hopefully that'll be tomorrow.
Hey, Rick, I want to see your build. I want to see your build up and running without an operating system.
Well, it's in the video.
Give me a break. I thought that was pretty good.
Hold on, Gary. I have an answer for that. Is that going out over Zoom?
Yeah.
Probably not. I gotta redo.
I mean,
I gotta redo the whole thing anyway. So.
Sean? Okay, no big deal. I wanted to say something. I might have said it kind of nasty, but I don't always agree with Gary Holtzman. But the one thing he is 100% right on is if you're not a vice president, and I'm being serious, there's just so much crap on the internet. They don't care who you are or who.
I thought you were going to say you don't always agree with Kerry Holzman, but when you do, my friends.
I will say that like an idiot, but that's besides the point. With his 30 years of experience,
He was supposed to do some YouTube videos, but after I emailed him and told him his chat is a jack, he hasn't done any live streams since he probably received that email. He was supposed to do a couple over the weekend and a couple this week, but he hasn't done any since I sent him that email.
but regardless,
I
there's no.
basically told him he needs to get a hold of his chat and tell them to be nicer.
That's like telling me to go slower on the expressway. Greg is right about one thing we talked about speed. The only thing I'm afraid of is Motorola.
So speaking of Greg, how are you putting those movies in there? I want to send a file to someone, but I cannot figure out how to do it.
Click on chat.
Yeah?
See the two icons to the lower right?
Yeah?
Click on the first one.
Right.
And then select your computer.
Oh, okay.
then browse to the file and double click it.
Okay, that'll be fun. All right, I can figure it out from there. Thank you. Well, maybe.
Well, I got this ice machine about 2 hours ago, and it's melted already. Oh,
Well, melted. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do anything, you know, hardcore wrong, but nobody cares that you bought bananas at the grocery store today. And if they did, the most you'll get is a banana ad tomorrow. If you go buy Levi's tonight at Amazon, in 2 days you'll start getting Levi ads.
Was it organic?
Who knows? Hey, they're all made the same place.
I actually bought some stuff off Amazon, and the next day I got ads on YouTube, and I didn't pay my premium membership for YouTube. I got ads for the stuff that I bought on Amazon the night
I
before.
get ads all the time. Jose, check the chat room Zoom or the Zoom chat,
I
please.
got a premium YouTube membership for the next, at least for the next couple of weeks, and you have to go right for the internet and pay anything. I just got an email from YouTube one day saying, "Oh, you got a premium membership," and I didn't even put in a card or anything.
You sure it was legit? I mean, that sounds kind of fishy to me.
My favorite is if you buy computers for work or something, you know, back to it. And you put your name in it, go. They'll say, oh, you bought, was round number 100 computers. They'll start sending you ads for 100 computers every week.
It's legit because when I go to YouTube.com and the homepage, it says premium up at the top instead of YouTube.
Huh.
Premium for YouTube? That's, I have that, or I should say that my son's got some deal for his work. Like 5 people get it for $1 a month. And all it does is get rid of the crap when you're watching videos. It's not like TV or anything.
Well, I know we had that anyway. They call it an ad blocker.
Exactly, that's what all it is. On YouTube, for most people that don't know, it has their own streaming TV service.
Yep.
It's like 60 channels, 80 channels.
Darren Gilholm joins us at 4:30 in the morning his time. Hopefully he just couldn't sleep, or maybe he had it running in the background and we woke him up. That'd be a new one. So, Jose, did you get that? Can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I'm looking at it right now.
All right, cool.
Man, my volume is kind of hot today, right?
Your who's why? How? Why? English, please.
His volume is kind of loud.
The mic is a little hot.
I'll give you an idea of how loud it is, okay? Our top story tonight!
Hey, Karen,
I get it.
you realize that we're like the only two that remember that.
I think Jim remembers it.
Yeah, we gotta turn this down.
I think Rick probably remembers it.
I remember the line. I don't remember where it's from.
Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Garrett Morris and Chevy Chase.
Yeah, you know how in real life you'll see like your governor talking and they'll have somebody signing it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, on Saturday Night Live, they did it with Chevy Chase reading the news and Garrett Morris doing it for hearing impaired viewers.
With the megaphone.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I was screaming.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna be kicked out of the motel while she's yelling. It's gonna be too loud.
That'd be a first. That would be a first. Hey, there's Tom K. Hey, Tom, how are you feeling? Good to see Tom. Haven't seen Parker Morse.
He told me he was going to come into the thing.
Who? Josh?
Josh.
Well, if he does, he does, and it'll ding, and we won't let him in, and that'll be that.
Yeah, I voted to let him in. What do you think, Ken?
He's still pouting.
All those in favor?
Nay.
Hold on a second. I gotta do something. Okay, all those in favor?
Favor of what, letting him in?
Not letting him in. Now the only nay vote can't vote. He's in the waiting room. He complained earlier today that
Josh,
he actually complained today about being in the waiting room, but he was only there a short period of time and couldn't hear the music. He's such a Led Zeppelin fan. I gotta ask, Gary.
It's a horrible picture.
What's that? Is it your wife?
No. You give me a break.
It sure as hell's not you.
You never know.
Well,
My
that's
daughter.
true. That's your daughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a headshot. I'm not at home dad. Come on.
I think it looks good. Looks better than some of the pictures I take.
I don't know where she was at. I think I said about her husband dying of cancer.
You did? You mentioned that, yes.
And she's in her own business with help from us. I mean, she went to apply for a position or got a resume. They called her, and it was for programming. I mean, everybody in the family does something with computers, and they offered her something, and she's like, "I really don't like that." She said, "But I know somebody that's like totally beginning that would do that." And they said, "Well, we'll give you the finder's fee." She goes, "Well, how about you pay me every week to pay him?" And she started going around doing that. She had like 20 people working for her.
Pretty smart.
And you still work hard, but it's, you know, and you gotta pay their taxes. I mean, you can do 1099, but
Yeah.
better letting somebody else do the job than do you.
So I'm going to address this to Jose real quick. I obviously did that in DaVinci Resolve.
I called the vet today where Max is
Yeah.
being ordered and I checked on him.
Did you get him on the phone? Did you guys have a good conversation? I mean, he's okay?
They said he's okay.
Okay.
When I got there the other day, he was happy. I was trying to tell him bye. He wasn't studying me.
Kenny Witten says hello in the chat room. And Josh is going to eat his popcorn, then he'll be in Zoom. Well, that's nice. Appreciate that, Josh. So everyone...
Popcorn, Josh?
Roger, you don't want to eat a popcorn on camera.
That's what he says. He says he doesn't... He said, so everyone don't have to see me eating. Well, that's good.
I mean, that one most of us. Great.
Kenny,
Yes.
so this guy's gonna spend $4,560 on i5 12th gen. I guess, I told him, he wanted an i9 for all 15 computers, and I'm like, no, I don't think you need that. And so we added it up, but what sucks is Amazon only lets buy 2 i5s at a time. So now I gotta find somewhere else to get the other, 13 of them?
So he wants to upgrade all of his computers to...
No, he doesn't have computers, he's just barely opening it.
What's he going to do with all those processors?
I don't know. He just said you have 15 employees.
Just out of
you
curiosity,
need 15 computers.
his name's
He just
not
said
Josh.
he did.
His name's not Josh Kinder, is it?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I'm just checking.
Hey, 15 employees, you do what you gotta do.
So yeah, Ken, I got the picture. The image, the collage that you did.
Yeah, I did that in DaVinci Resolve. I was thinking about doing it in Photoshop, but I thought, you know what? This is kind of needed to be done yesterday, which it was actually done yesterday and then touched up today. So not too
Yeah,
not too
the-
bad.
No, it's good. It's good. I like it.
Thank you.
And the date is the date. I mean, the dates they have it is the dates that she was with the dispatch.
No, that's the date. She passed away today, actually. That's her birth date and her the day she died, which was today. Robert had said earlier in chat she was a dispatcher for 27 years. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and can you explain to me? I might be the only one that's not getting the year.
Well, July 9th to June 15th, 2022. I guess I could have put the words born and died above it. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Let me share what I received from you.
Maybe I sent the wrong. I may have sent the wrong thing. Yeah, go right ahead. Share your screen. It's already been seen once, so no harm. Or not. There's only one of me. I don't think Alex can put up two of me. No, you're probably right, Josh. There is only one of you, and we're all thanking God for that, actually.
Nice.
I agree.
Okay, was it? Yeah.
Oh, I sent the wrong one. Okay. So, good eye, Jose. What that is, that was the prototype of. Robert sent me these pictures, and he asked me to do something with them, and I said, okay, do you want dates on there? And we were kind of unsure of how to do it, so we went with the name at the top, and then we put in my birth date in 2000, and then the next day in 2001, and the final version of this, at the top, it's got in remembrance her name, and it's got her actual birthday here, and her and today's date here for when she passed away. So good eye. I guess I sent you the wrong one, huh?
Yeah. That is wrong.
Hey, I have a question if anybody knows.
We know.
I was looking at a 50cc scooter, and it says the weight limit was 225 pounds. That's I'm a little bit over that. So what would be the next size up besides 50cc?
How much overweight are you?
Well, I'm 292.
What's the weight limit?
I think it said 225.
yeah.
Oh, you're fine. You'll be all right.
No. First of all, I would start looking at a small
I don't
motorcycle.
want nothing too big,
I'd look at a small motorcycle at that weight.
and I prefer a Honda.
It's one of the lower ends. For what it's worth, I'm being serious. And have had motorcycles. I'd rather have a bike too big than too small.
Oh, any day.
It's like a pickup truck too. I mean, if you're going to use your pickup truck for hauling wood and whatever, I'd rather have a bigger truck than one. Say, that Ranger's got 2 cords of wood.
Gary, you drive a big truck, a big pickup?
I have a 1978 F-250.
1978 F-250. Wow. That's
20,000 miles, well, 23,000 miles on it.
23,000?
Yep.
That's low mileage.
It doesn't go anywhere, does it?
I bought it in Florida off an old guy who didn't drive it. I know we've all heard that, but it was a friend of my dad's.
No.
And he was sick in one of the nursing homes where they feed you with a tube type of thing. And so I sold it.
A 1978
Yep.
F-250 with 23,000 miles.
Yep. It's got one problem with it. On the passenger side, right behind the door, there is a toolbox, about 12 by 12 or 12 by 8 inches, and the thing's rusting. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with it.
Jose, check the chat. I think I got the right one too this time.
Those are good trucks.
Wintermute put a link for an electric scooter in the chat room.
Scooter or bike?
It says best electric scooters for heavy riders. We rode them all. That doesn't look like a scooter though. That looks like a
Bicycle, I bet.
No, it ain't a scooter. Not what I call a scooter.
Electric bike.
It looks like they took a skateboard and put 2 wheels on it and motorized it.
Shoot.
That didn't look like what I would define as a scooter, but that's
They
just,
have, not to be an expert and everything, but they have electric bikes out now. And I've heard really great reviews on them.
Tim's got an electric bike.
even with gas high as it is, I still want gas power.
All right, Jeff.
Wherever I am, I've got natural gas power.
Actually,
Bye, Jeff.
actually, that bike behind Jeff is not a bad bike to buy. You should probably get it for $100.
I don't know if you can even find them used. That bike came out in 1974 or something about that time.
I know. Well, I mean, I know they're old, but
Well, old like me, yeah.
I don't know. Do you remember Honda came out with they had a Honda 50 and a Honda 70?
Yep. Oh yeah. God, the Honda 70. Oh yeah.
I mean, they were like cool mini bikes.
That I don't remember, but I'll take your word for it.
That's what mine was a Honda CC, 50cc.
Trail bike, I assume, or sort of.
It was a scooter.
Kind of in between, but it was for the kids.
The 70 was just like, yeah. I'm not sure what you would identify it
scooters,
as.
I don't know, Ken remembers, here in Nevada, there's some big distinctions between a scooter and a motorcycle. Some scooters that'll have to be licensed.
Right.
And I guess on those insurance, just depends on whether or not you're willing to be sued without insurance or not.
What was y'all saying about me?
He said there is
Alex is
only
the
one
greatest
of
guy I've
me,
ever dealt with.
and I don't think Alex could put up with two of me. LOL.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
Hey, Jeff, remember yesterday when I said we need to get Josh a new keyboard?
I
He put that in chat today.
think he broke
New
his somehow
keyboard.
today.
Well, I just came into possession of an old OEM HP keyboard. Have no idea whether
He
it works
won't
or
be able
not.
to
I'll
see
donate it.
letters. He needs a keyboard he needs to buy a keyboard directly from the company that he has his accessibility software through, because it's got big, gigantic, huge letters.
Yeah, it does.
Still in business.
That-
And what
that's,
company is that?
Freedom Scientific, and those keyboards are over $100 a pop.
how
Yeah,
much?
well, a good mechanical keyboard's about $100.
Oh, 100. I think you said 400.
I want the IBM keyboard.
I have a good mechanical keyboard, and it was only $40, and it's backlit.
I don't care about being well. I know where to get it every time I think about it.
What I'd like to have costs over $100. It's made by, gosh, I can't think of the outfit. They used to make the original IBM AT Model M keyboards.
I think they're in Kentucky.
Yeah, you're right. I have to look them up.
I want to do a test here, see who can and cannot.
If you're saying this on purpose, Ken, you lost vocal with me.
Unicomp.
No sound.
Unicomp makes them. They
And
were
Louisville.
made by IBM, and then Lexmark, and then some from this company, Unicomp.
Oh, I was asking you if you had. This sounds bad. If you had any clue yesterday. No, if you knew anything about why they made rolling blackouts for hospitals as opposed to your house. Actually,
No clue.
yeah.
Unless-
my son,
Most hospitals have backup generators.
yeah, but I want.
That's the only thing that comes to mind at all.
My son was actually had a list that came from our power people, and I guess you can get on it. I mean, here's a list.
I'm clueless.
Let's say you're a hospital
That's
for
true
people
about a lot of things.
in urgent care center as opposed to hospital. You can try to get on the not to get the black.
You're lit up, Gary, but I'm not hearing you.
Seriously.
Can you hear me?
Nor Ken, nor Greg.
I hear you, Gary.
I can hear you, Gary.
I can hear everybody. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Well, I muted my mic a while ago. I had to ask Lorna something.
Yeah. How about now,
I'm
Jeff?
gonna blame it on Ken.
Well, they hear me. Basically, I was saying that there's actually a list you get on, prove you're important, your company.
When we was visiting it, this fact sticks with me whenever we visit the data center, in Little Rock on a field trip in college. They said that all their generators could keep the data center going 100% for 7 days.
Wow.
Yeah. But even with that, and I agree with you, and you're great, good, blah, blah, blah,
What
blah.
is new?
Problem is, outside of that room, how do you get to the civilian lane in 7 days?
I call it 38.
So, Jeff, are you hearing Gary yet?
Yes, it was actually me.
Oh, you blame me, though.
Well, that was convenient. But I wiggled the headphone line. I got this message said, "What did you just connect?" A headphone, and I said yes, and that sound came back. The ports on this case where I plug in the microphone and the headphone stuff are more sensitive than I would like. And the way it sits here, sometimes I bump those things with my knee. I need to be more careful of that.
You remember Grandpa Jones from Hee Haw?
Yep. Oh,
Don't do that.
Does it hurt when you do that?
Yeah, really.
Only thing I remember about Hee Haw was all the girls.
Is that the song You Better Not Do That?
Not that I'm aware of.
You remember the character String Bean?
I do.
You guys
Vaguely.
Oh,
Yeah, he was murdered.
yeah.
He was a good friend of Grandpa Jones in real life.
There's 2 things about that show I like. Well, I like the show first, but they filmed it like once a month, or like 3 days.
Yeah.
I like the concept then.
That was Jimmy Dickens, little Jimmy Dickens.
It's like Jeopardy. Jeopardy does, what, 5 episodes a day? Or
Yeah.
You know who's a good baseball player? Kyle Busch. The American pitch like a professional.
At least he can throw out the first pitch like a professional.
I didn't say that. What are you talking about? I have no clue.
Well, I might still be able to throw out the first pitch from about 6 feet away.
Wearing a tutu.
You remember the film Major League?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie Sheen actually is able to play ball fairly well when he was younger. I mean, and he had a character in that, the pitcher.
He was, Wild Thing.
Yeah.
Dennis
And
Hayes.
he actually threw some of that himself. It wasn't as fast as they made out in the film, obviously.
Obviously, sure.
But he was still a pretty decent pitcher at that point in his life. I don't care for Charlie Sheen otherwise very much, but he did do that well. Say, Gary, is that your wife we see in your
See? See?
rectangle tonight?
You know, it doesn't fit in there very well, but it's my daughter.
Oh, your daughter, okay.
I mean, the quote, the last one had the son, had the 2 granddaughters, and the daughter.
All right.
I
I don't think I saw those, but okay. I didn't know if it was your wife or your daughter, so.
You've seen Leon. That was the last one. And you've seen my son with the dog.
Well, when you get old, your memory doesn't work as well anymore, Gary. Say, Rick, so you got everything going except your NVMe drive now?
No, I got the MBV drive. It was working. I just had to go over to the boot menu, go to PCI.
All right. Hey, well, good for you. I figured you would get it.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Good. I saw your last video, or not the one where you got it, but the one right ahead of that. I was sitting in my truck waiting on my grandson at the baseball. He had batting cages tonight, and they went twice as long as they were scheduled to.
Did you guys pay as a hit or?
What's that?
Do you pay as a hit or how does that work?
It's included in the price we pay his monthly fees.
Okay.
I don't know how it's arranged with the coach and the team, but so Anyway, it was scheduled for 5 to 6, and they went till 7. And nobody came holding their hat out, so I didn't pay anymore.
So where'd you go afterwards, pizza or?
Well, we stopped at Little Caesars on the way home and grabbed an extra pepperoni medium pizza.
I heard that the hot and readies are no longer $5.
The hot and ready is about 6. The hot and ready pepperoni with extra pizza is 7.5 now.
What is the world coming to when hot and ready jumps up to $6?
You know, I was showing that.
Well, considering everything, the prices of all the other restaurants around, that still isn't bad.
Mm-mm.
So Olivia, Caleb, and I split
They're
at
trying to keep up
$7.50.
with everybody else.
It's not bad pizza.
I won't call it great. A lot of people don't like the pizza I prefer, but that's okay.
Papa John's?
I like Papa John's okay. I'm a Pizza Hut guy.
Oh.
That's what I grew up on. So, I mean, it's just what you're used to.
Sure.
I wouldn't argue with anybody about it. Pizza Hut started in Wichita, Kansas, not far from where I grew up, so that's what I was accustomed to out there. It's still fairly popular out there.
Pizza Hut seems to run in cycles, though. It seems like every now and then they're really, really good, and then most of the time they're really,
Well,
really...
probably depends on the particular franchise or whatever you got.
That's true.
We went to a Pizza Hut tonight, and the dining room was still closed.
I will say, and I would say that they're having trouble with COVID.
Yeah.
Well, I was surprised. Not far from the Costco I generally go to, right across the street, they just opened up a brand new McDonald's, and they appear to be fully staffed.
Cool. Seriously.
For how long, though?
Yeah, they're unusual at this point.
They had like 10 cars parked behind the Pizza Hut. I don't know, I can't remember that many people was in the kitchen or not, but I don't know.
Delivery drivers, maybe?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know either.
Are you home again, Chris, or was that in Augusta?
It's in Augusta. Right down from the hospital.
Now, which hospital did you go to for the tests?
The Medical Center University. Medical University.
Okay, because there's 2 big hospitals up there, and they both sound like they're affiliated with universities, but only Augusta University Medical Center is where I used to go when I lived back there.
I forgot to ask Robert if he's working
There's
tonight.
also the War Veterans Hospital right behind this motel.
Yeah, and there's another one that sounds like it's affiliated with the university. I'd have to look it up. I never went to that one, but I took all my cancer treatments at Augusta University Medical Center.
Oh, that's where we gotta go tomorrow, actually, is the cancer.
Okay, the Doctors Hospital of Augusta is another one that's pretty good, supposedly. Right beside Augusta University Medical Center is the VA hospital.
Yep.
So-
My mom goes to Mayo for her leukemia.
As I was,
Strangely enough, Mayo's got several locations around the country anymore. I think there's one in Phoenix.
Somewhere in South Minneapolis, which my mom hates driving there because she's gotta drive through Minneapolis to the south side of Minneapolis. But she doesn't have to do it that often. She just doesn't like doing it at 79 years old.
Yep, well, I don't blame her.
I don't either.
The test was
I'm sneaking
actually,
up on that myself.
the test was actually at the Children's Hospital. I guess that's the only place they have that big PET scan machine. That's probably they seeing adults there too. But
Yeah, I remember there when I was there, there was one CT scan I had to have, and they scheduled me in the children's section of the medical center.
yeah,
And it was available, and they didn't have any openings at the other one. It was urgent, so they sent me over to the children's part of the hospital. It was all one big building.
I got a
And there's like one wing that was set as, well, one wing of it was where most of the pediatric stuff was, if memory serves, which it may not anymore.
They got an MRI coming up here next week. for my lower back. Oh, I feel for you. Oh, they're not bad. I don't mind it. I'm only in that tube thing for maybe a half hour. They just take a picture of my lower back and the vertebrae he wants to see so they can go and stick that needle in my back and give me that cortisone.
Usually, I'm not doing like that, but usually I've had those. The second part, they do it with an X-ray, do it while you're laying on the table. I mean, whatever.
That was about 3 hours from me. They put headphones on me. They just tell them put headphones on me.
Yeah, the thing you had this week, Chris, was the PET scan, right?
Yeah, that's PET scan. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't but about an hour. It wasn't about 20 minutes the actual scan, but I had to lay there in a room for a while. I had to sit there in the room for a while, an hour.
Yeah, the last one I got, they gave me headphones, or not headphones, but ear plugs for. They had good music, but wasn't the best music. It still didn't drown out all of the noise.
It don't. Most of them want to do what you ask, but some of them do. When I had my last MRI, I told the girl, I said, crank it up. I said, all right, crank it. Oh,
Yeah, well, when I got through with it, I said, next time we do this, can I request specific music? And she just laughed.
I can't buy it off. I was able to like listening to rock at full volume. All right.
The thing with the MRI,
I don't really hear the MRI machine, barely in the background, but I'm more paying attention to the drilling music in my head.
there's a thing, I don't know what it sounds like. I mean, we go, you know.
Yeah, the sound that makes it, I don't like, and that's why I told her crank it up.
Yeah.
All right.
It's almost like a screw in here.
Sounds like you're in what kind of music? Sounds like you're in a machine gun sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
Slack
oh,
Road.
what the hell?
Mr. RM knows all about the hillbilly music.
So tonight, when I got to Lorna's work, there was 2 fire engines and a fire chief truck that just flew by on the road where her work sits. And I'm reading an article now. It says Greenwood Fire Department searching for more children after one child was pulled from a retention pond, taken to the hospital, and then they just updated and said 2 individuals were pulled from the retention pond, but there's no further information. So that's sad.
In the last 6 months I've had in here in Phoenix, we've had like 6 groundings. And you'd think if parents were smart and they cared about their children, they would put pools around their fences. But obviously, pools around the fences.
Yeah, wait, hold on, Sean. Hold on. You said pools around their fences. I think you meant fences around their pools.
Around their pool.
Yeah. Although I like the concept of pools around your fences. I'd like to show this house. I'm going to sell it, and you'll notice it's got a pool around the fence.
Yeah, I found that article, Ken. It says, home to a neighborhood near US 31 and Smith Valley Road.
Yeah, it's literally right up the street from where she's at. So.
Yeah, Channel 13 out of Indianapolis.
Yeah, the NBC affiliate. Yeah.
All right.
See
The back end of a fire truck and then a fire chief's SUV in one of the pictures.
Uh-oh, he's
that's a
all
big
done eating.
retention
Well,
pond.
time to wrap this up. Looks like Josh Kinder Gaming Channel and Computer Channel wants to join. Doggone it, Josh. I'm so sorry. I set myself, I want to be done by midnight. It's 11:57, so maybe we'll see you tomorrow night, buddy.
ya.
He'll take me serious. That's the problem.
That's why I said your name.
Wait a minute, RM's something wrong with RM tonight.
Well, yeah.
He called me Mr. Ryman, and that's oh,
Actually,
you gotta know better than that from somebody who lived in Tennessee 22 years.
Actually, though, he might be in the right territory.
Yeah, that. Suppose my aunt, who was interested in genealogy, said that was a different branch of the family, so I can't suck any money out of that connection.
The Ryman Museum in that.
Ryman Auditorium that was originally built as a revival church. It's an old steamboat captain with the same last name. All right,
I know where the little girl is, Grandma.
no more than half an hour. All right. But he found religion and built this revival church, which is now country music place.
It used to be the Grand Ole Opry.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a secondary forum for the Grand Ole Opry anymore. When they built their new one, they cut a big circular patch out of the stage at the Ryman Auditorium and moved it to whatever that new one's called. But then they remodeled it and opened it up again. I guess they had to put in a patch or something.
Don't they still have the Saturday night Grand Ole Opry there?
They have something there. I don't know whether the regular one is from the Opryland or the Ryman. I've never been inside the Ryman. Last time I was through there, it was actually closed. That was prior to its latest remodeling.
I've been in there.
And it was, you couldn't get in it for, I don't know, 10 years or so at one point after they opened Opryland. And then country music became popular enough again there that they decided they needed 2 locations. They remodeled it and opened it up again.
It does look like a church a little bit.
Well, that's what it was originally. It was a church originally. An old steamboat captain named Ryman got in religion and built this to promote salvation. I don't know when that was, but way back when.
It's still got the stage that says WSM 650 Grand Ole Opry.
Hi, Josh. And no, I can't. I wouldn't be able to handle 2 of you.
Hey, Josh.
Good evening, Josh.
Yeah, thanks for sending out thermal hard drive. I really appreciate it.
Well, it hasn't been mailed yet. I've been occupied with stuff, but I am going to mail it. I've been watching grandchildren by myself for this is the 2nd day, so after they go home tomorrow night, I'll get it mailed.
You managed to get popcorn, but no pop.
Run that past again.
They walk up, it's so good.
Oh, Ken's still carrying around remnants of Las Vegas over by the fish tank.
Exactly. You see that? That was Las Vegas Pillow. It says, "Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada." Yeah, I've almost got my bed at where it's going to be okay to use here pretty soon. So yeah, I've had this. Nobody's ever used this to sleep with. It's just a decorative type thing.
You know, wait, by the hour.
Going to be my 3rd sponsor, right behind John Deere and the United States Army. So where are we at here? 3, 6.
Well, I'm going to keep the Zoom running and I'm going to mute and probably turn the camera off.
All right.
You still on Augusta, Chris?
He's muted.
Yeah, I'm still in Augusta.
You gonna get to go home in a day or so?
Yeah, I'm going home tomorrow.
All right.
I'm tired of this place.
I'll bet. Did you
Yep,
bring your
safe
golf
travels.
clubs, though? That was the question I wanted to ask.
Fresh air of the country, it smells good.
So did you take your golf clubs with you?
No, I don't play golf.
I'd take my clubs. I would sneak out on the course. I probably would get in trouble.
If I'd have took my golf clubs, I probably would have got out in the car and hit somebody's car that was blowing a horn today.
What a thought. Shank one off into the parking lot. See how many alarms you can set off. I did read an article today where some guy out in Golden State, Oakland area, snuck onto the basketball court and was shooting warm-up shots. And then the real guy came out. And the police were like, well, if you're here, who's that? There's a guy who looked just like the looked like the normal basketball player, but it wasn't him. And he's upset because he's been banned for life for being in that arena. He goes, why should they punish me? Because security didn't do their job.
I kind of agree with that, actually.
To a certain degree, I do, but I mean, if you do something stupid, you got to accept the responsibility and the punishment that comes along with it. The question that I had was, I wonder how good of a shot he was. Maybe he'd get signed to a one-day contract if the real player got hurt. Who knows?
He's a YouTuber. Big dog. He's a YouTuber, I think.
Oh, he's a YouTuber?
Yeah, I see a drama alert that that I'm following on Instagram. Yeah, it says they banned from Chase Center after, yeah.
That explains why I have 766 views on my golf video. I've got to look like a famous golfer. Has to be. Jim's trying to say something. He's trying to say something.
Yeah, sorry, I left myself muted on purpose. How many golfers are 6'4"?
Not very many.
86.
Not very many. And besides, if I were to ever get lucky and get to play on any kind of tour, it'd have to be the seniors tour. And
I think they said very well.
well, at 50 years of age, you can stop playing on the regular tour and play on the seniors tour, which is kind of stupid. It ought to be closer to 60, but that would be the only tour I could play on. And even then, I would still finish last every weekend, so I know that's not going to happen.
Hey, kid, can I share my screen?
Go ahead. It's not porn, is it?
No, it's actually, this is really cool.
So it's morning.
This dude does everything, like buying everything at a garage sale.
He kind of does look a little bit like him at a glance. I mean,
Yeah, the first video of it says fake Jay Thompson sneaks into NBA Finals. And then his name, Big Draw TV, and it shows a video of him. Yeah.
how many subscribers does he have?
8.27 million.
All right, stop sharing your screen now. I'm jealous.
I got a screen share for you.
Go ahead.
This is for Alex.
Dancing girls?
No, this is what he should have bought for Josh's aunt.
Dancing girls?
This has got a Ryzen 9.
I think this is the one that we mentioned.
I went around for all the stuff the other night.
Up to 64 gigabyte of RAM.
2 NVMe slots, plus an SSD slot, Ryzen 9.
How much is that?
$500. What's that?
Didn't say what the price is. I was trying to find that, but I just,
Oh yeah, I watch that guy every day. I watch every
Yeah, I
video
watch
he puts out.
right then, yeah.
Yeah, I watched two of his videos today.
I wonder how they can jam pack something like that into like a little thing like that. It amazes me.
Well, it all depends on the size of the motherboard, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's even smaller than a mini ITX, isn't it? I don't know the exact dimensions
I
of
would
those.
think, yeah.
What were you saying, George? He uses the computer every day.
That's good. Here's our homie just sitting there not saying anything, just staring at all of us.
He's plotting.
I'm doing some final touches on some photos I took on during the party on Saturday.
All right, just had to see if you were awake.
I know, and also Ken, I got the image that you sent over.
Did it have the correct dates on it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And Jim, like your shirt today.
That's going to be the title of tomorrow night's stream is What's on Jim's Chest Today? What shirt is Jim wearing today? No? No. Okay.
Why not, Jim?
Oh, okay. Not a problem. We won't. We won't. Are you watching the stream? Ooh.
I am now.
You guys are pretty good. So, Josh, you said your aunt uses a computer every day. Does she like it?
Yeah.
Does she notice the difference between that and the one that was built in 1812?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, now is she just playing her games on it, or does she do other things with it? Okay, well, that's good. Well,
She does email and stuff, doesn't she, a little bit? She does do a little email and stuff on the web. Right. Okay.
the good thing is she likes it and she understands it. I mean, she recognizes that it's faster, and that's cool. 769, by the way, for those of us keeping count. Gosh, that show turned into Joshy here.
I think he's 74.
Huh?
He's 74.
What's 74?
His aunt.
His aunt.
Oh, okay.
Now, did anybody guess what's in my background? Somebody, it's a partial picture of somebody you all know.
Yeah, Blackwatch.
Yep.
Oh, look at
As soon
I
as you
don't
see
remember where I found it, but that was, and for whatever reason, it's not squeezing it down to fit.
Okay, kid, I'm gonna be going to the waiting room right now because I'm about ready to tell you something. And I'm gonna be going to the waiting room.
should I end the stream before you tell this and end up in the waiting room, or should we wait?
I don't know, but there's a puny guy pie or whatever.
Yeah.
He has 111 million subscribers, and he's the most one. He's the biggest one on YouTube that has the most subscribers.
But I wonder how many of those are actually subscribed. I mean, I don't know. Inflated numbers like that do concern me. I wonder what her revenue is from those.
Oh, I'm betting he's making like over 30 grand a month.
Well, that many subscribers and 18 cents a view. Let me do the math on the current numbers here. I'm curious.
QD guy or something. I know what you're talking about. I just don't know how to spell it. Yeah.
$111 million subscribers. Okay, PewDiePie.
111 million. Does it say does it happen to say how many videos this person may have?
The funny thing is, I don't know if anyone has ever met PewDiePie. They don't know exactly who or what he is.
His net worth is $40 million.
Is it a he or a she?
It's a he, I think.
A he, but nobody's ever met him.
Where do you find the 40 million?
Oh, I typed it on Google. I said, how much is PewDiePie net worth? And it pulls up 40 million.
Been doing.
Last updated 2021. So.
Wintermute says he's been the top YouTuber for a long time. He does gaming streams for kids.
Oh, show us a picture of him. Oh my God. Okay, gotta share my screen. You gotta see him.
No, we don't gotta see him, but
Oh, I've never seen him before.
that's Justin Bieber with a beard. Who's got some kind of weird, strange disease all of a sudden. Speaking of Canadians, I gotta send something off real quick before I forget.
Hey, Ken, is it okay if I share that link with my dad on my birthday?
What
He
link?
wants to give the Zoom link. He
Oh
wants
yeah,
to
that's
get on
fine.
and ask
Sure.
Jim. He wants to get on and ask Jim the question about Thunderbird.
Yeah, that's
He
fine.
doesn't want to get on. He doesn't want to get on my Zoom. He'd rather log on his computer to his Zoom. So,
No, that's fine.
all right.
That's not a problem.
I won't be on Thursday when I get there, but I'll be on Friday for my birthday.
That'll be fine. Somebody say something. Okay, smartass is gonna say something.
Something.
I won't see you any better. I can't see you any better if you have a second monitor.
Which makes zero type faster. What are you right?
I do type better on this mechanical keyboard, actually. It's more the touch I had when I learned to type eons ago. Learned on the mechanical typewriter.
You know that IBM keyboard that you were talking about? So I watched this thing called The Proper People. It's about abandoned places where they go and film. They were actually in a school that had those exact keyboards that you guys were talking about in the video. It was like an abandoned school, and they had IBM keyboards that you were talking about.
Yeah,
I remember you
Model M.
saying it.
Yeah, Model M was the one that came out with the AT. I don't remember what the model was for the XT keyboards.
If you have one hand typewriter, Slacker.
Had a Royal mechanical typewriter my aunt gave me. She was an English teacher and a librarian, and when she came home in the summer after school was out, she kept carrying this old Royal typewriter around with her. She got tired of it and bought a portable, quote, although it was fairly big yet, but she gave me this one, and my dad bought me a typing book and said, here, learn to type. And the keyboard had no letters on it at all. You had to learn to touch type just by the feel of it. Then I took typing class later. Turned out to be a useful skill because I ended up to be a clerk in the Army at one point, and then it was useful for keyboarding when I started doing computer work. So.
Yeah, who would have thought when we were in school in the 60s and 70s that taking typing class because the typing teacher was hot would be put to good use in the 2000s? Not me.
Well, I'll clue you. Our typing teacher was an old lady that we euphemistically referred to as Mangler Mary. The story was that she had been a professional women's wrestler. Probably that wasn't true.
That's not the road I took, but okay, I'll go with that.
I heard she was queen of the roller derby.
Nor that road.
But the thing I remember about typing class, which I started my sophomore year, first day of school, was this kid in our class, Joe something, don't remember his last name. He didn't want to go to school. And every year, first week of school, he would do something to get himself expelled. And then he wouldn't have to go to school that year. And then when he got to be 16 or whatever it was in Kansas at that time, he didn't have to go to school anymore. First day of class, he had signed up for the typing class. We didn't have air conditioning in those days, so all the windows were open. Started in early September. He's sitting in the back row, picks up his typewriter, walks over to an open window, and throws it out on the sidewalk. Smashes it all to hell. He goes to the principal's office and gets expelled, and he's happy as a lark the rest of the year.
Mission accomplished, yeah.
Yep. And don't remember what it was, but later in the year we'd be riding the bus or going to some event or something and see old Joe walking down the sidewalk as we were going down the street in the bus and roll down the window and say, hey Joe, and he'd flip you the bird.
Things don't change, do it.
No, don't remember what happened to him, but that was in the days where you could still earn a living with manual labor.
Actually, I think he's president.
Oh, that was the last president, I think.
Oh, I haven't done that one yet.
Anyway, never knew what happened to him. I figured up Kansas City, shoveling manure into stockyards or something.
a mechanic kind of car.
So
Air conditioning repairman.
I think he would. Joe would have been pretty much relegated to something like the stockyards. That would have been a high achievement for Joe.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, that was probably decent money.
No, not that time.
No?
Cleaning up is dirty jobs.
Well,
You
yeah.
know something? People that work for Republic Services here in Las Vegas that haul away the garbage and the recycle are pretty well paid, actually.
A friend of mine growing up worked for Borden Dairy, where they produced ice cream. And he said you would not believe how dirty and stinky that place got. And took me on a tour one time. Took me a while to get over the fact that this place is making ice cream that's really pretty good. It was shocking, but he made good money, so he put up with it. I couldn't do
Well,
it.
I know a little bit about that. I will tell you, it's just the milk until it gets pasteurized. It's really right.
Yeah, I can honestly say I've never had fresh cow milk, and I can honestly say I never will have fresh cow milk.
The world might be that bad.
I did once, never again.
Had a little bit of it on my grandfather's farm. They had what was called a cream separator. Put the milk in there, things spun around, separated out the cream, used it to make butter out of.
I know people that's already. I know a woman that's all she'll give her family.
But you need to be careful of that, though. If it's not pasteurized, you can catch stuff from raw milk.
I'll bet.
Now, who came up with pasteurization?
Louis Pasteur,
There you go.
same guy that developed rabies vaccination.
Yep.
The old ones, those were the painful ones where you had to take 20 shots in the stomach or something like that.
Yep.
I would have
The
said
newer
no,
ones aren't as bad.
would have said no, thank you. You ain't poking my
Ugh.
stuff.
Yeah, me
There's
too.
only been one rabies survivor who didn't have the vaccines after being exposed.
Pretty nasty one. I mean, I find it hard to believe as bad as it is.
Well, if everybody will focus their attention to the screen, I will push said button in a minute.
Dancing girl time?
Well, unfortunately, yes, I've not changed it yet.
I can give you some links for something a little more risque again.
You get slow in your old age.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
You gotta admit one thing. The last one had better looking women. I mean, I don't say about it.
So I'm guessing Josh is joining us on another. Oh, Alex jumped all over that. All right, so here we go. Without further ado, let's see what the delay is. Not too bad tonight.
Still waiting.
It's up and running on mine.
Oh, there we are.
We need to get some better looking girls.
Yeah, Betty Boop's not too bad.
She's got fat thighs, though. One dance.
Little plump in the thighs,
Close enough,
yes.
you
I
don't
will.
notice
I will
that.
agree with you on that. She's a tad plump on the thighs.
She could eat crackers.
And